building out platforms to host applications using Canvas. My name is Yuri Alegria. I'm a senior application developer for game research and immersive design at Rutgers University. In today's agenda, we will cover the following. What is Kubernetes and why we need it? How Kubernetes fits on the Canvas ecosystem. We will take a look at a couple of applications we have developed at Grid. We will list the schools and departments we have worked within Rutgers. And finally, what is next in our roadmap? What is Kubernetes? Its name originates from Greek, meaning helmsman or pilot, and is known also as KATES for short. Kubernetes is an open source system for automating deployment, scaling, and management of containerized applications. Why we need Kubernetes at Grid? With the increase of on-site developed applications, we need to have a robust, flexible, and scalable platform to run our applications. That's where Kubernetes fits. It allows us to test, deploy, and host applications that can be publicly accessed through a direct domain and/or on Canvas. But let's get back and break down the definition and see in depth what each of these terms means. First, let's take a look at how traditional applications are built, deployed, and hosted. On a traditional architecture, applications run directly on physical servers, the hardware. Applications, once developed and ready for production, they are deployed on the same operating system running on the physical server. One problem with this architecture is the lack of resource allocation. If one of the applications take up most of the server resources, the other applications will be impacted and underperform. In a Kubernetes architecture, one or more physical servers running a host operating system. But we build up applications using a containerization system, such as Docker. Applications are run on containers, which are independent processes running on the machine. A container has its own file system, share of CPU, memory, process space, and more. Once the application is developed, it is then bundled in a Docker image and then is run from a container. And that's where the role of Kubernetes starts. Kubernetes is responsible for managing the containers that run your applications and ensure there is no downtime. Kubernetes brings up the desired state of our applications through declarative configuration and automation in case containers goes down. Now, let's take a look how Kubernetes plays an important role at Grid when our applications and games need to be accessed from the Canvas ecosystem. How Kubernetes fits on the Canvas ecosystem. At Grid, after the application requirements are established with our client, our developers initiate the design and development of the applications, which are then packed on Docker images ready to be handed to Kubernetes. On the other side, with the help of TLT Office of Instructional Design, the instructors and teachers start designing and building up their courses in Canvas. At the integration phase, we deploy and run our applications in Kubernetes and then plug the applications inside the Canvas courses. As an instructor or designer, you will have the ability to embed the applications in course pages, modules, and assignments. Now, let me show you some applications we currently have running on Kubernetes and are integrated in Canvas course. Camille. Camille is an application prototype for new language learners. Using machine learning algorithms, the application allows the user to learn a new language by identifying and labeling objects on preloaded sample images. The application will identify the objects using machine learning and will verify its results with the ones provided by the user. Another application running on Kubernetes is Answer Games. Answer Games are a set of orientation and educational games recreated at Grid. The games were developed originally in Flash, and since the technology is no longer supported by major browsers, Grid recreated them using React JavaScript framework. On these educational games, the user goes through a series of exercises and questions where he or she will need to determine the outcome. Lastly, another example of an application running on Kubernetes outside Canvas is our upcoming new Grid website. We use Drupal as the content management system, and the architecture uses Kubernetes and different cloud resources in Amazon Web Services. Grid has been working with Rutgers schools and departments on multiple projects. These are some of the Rutgers departments and schools we have worked together and helped them on building educational games, apps, and virtual world experiences. What is coming up at Grid development using Kubernetes? Having set and built the Kubernetes infrastructure where our applications are deployed, our next steps are exploring and building LTIs, which will allow us to integrate our game applications with Canvas data. Customize our games with user profiles based on Canvas accounts. Our game user profile will inherit account details from the Canvas user account. Another area is to start provisioning game data to different modules on a Canvas course. And finally, building up statistics and reports, dashboards inside and outside Canvas. And that's the end of our presentation. If you're interested in what we do at Grid, you can contact us. Here is my email information. Please let us know how can we help you in your next project. Thanks for watching.